I'm here with Jeanette DeMelo. She is the editor-in-chief of the National Catholic Register. Jeanette, tell us about some of your work. I know you were very busy all week. Every time I turned around, you're on that computer slaving away. What was your role here?
Well, my role, first of all, I was coordinating a group of bloggers. So we had, 5 or 6 bloggers who were here at World Youth Day, embedded in groups, or Bishop Conley was one of those. We had 2 reporters, Justin Bell and Chris Kudialis. And then, let's see, I think those were the ones who were very consistent with their blogs. And then Tim Watkins, who has a documentary, The Blood and the Rose, which is about the story of St. Juan Diego. He also was blogging for us too, and his documentary showed throughout Rio during this time. I unfortunately haven't seen it yet, but Tim was blogging for us as well. So my job was to coordinate those bloggers and then to also blog myself. And so I did just 3 or 4 blogs in the past few days, and I'll do a bit more when I catch up back at home with some of my insights. But and then we also had a few stories that we did from here. We did a few, lots of photos. I tried to keep up on Facebook as much as I could with just real-time photos, things we were taking, the words we were hearing from the Holy Father as he said them. I would try to post up on Facebook as soon as I could with a picture. And some of those really had a pretty far reach. I mean, I think some of them reached 15,000 people would have seen it, because that's how many people were in the network at the time. So those were just some of the small ways that the Register was trying to get the word out to our audience, especially to our Facebook audience, because pictures say 1,000, speak 1,000 words. So. Mm-hmm.
So that was EWTN's Facebook page, or
the Register's, so National Catholic Register's Facebook page. So.
And you're planning a bigger article, I heard, right? You got some ideas?
So we'll have an article. I'm not writing it. Chris Kudialis is writing it. I'm an editor, so I don't write as frequently. It takes a lot more time for me to write. But so I've been blogging instead. That's a shorter form of writing. But Chris Kudialis is going to do a wrap up on what we've witnessed here, just kind of trying to capture the entire trip. I'm going to try to write a story though about the service that happened around this World Youth Day. So there are a lot of people who came and did a mission week and really used their hands and their hearts in service. I think that's something that's pretty unique to this World Youth Day, and so I want to capture that with a story. So that is one story I'll try to write, is about the service work that was done. I heard of people going to Mexico before with their youth groups. A group from Australia went to Mexico. They worked in an orphanage for a week, and then they came to World Youth Day. And then after World Youth Day, they're going to a retreat to just talk about what they learned and leave with a written mission about what they're going to do when they get back to their parish. So very organized youth group, but I do think that they are a microcosm of other groups and some of what was done here at World Youth Day. And I think the Holy Father set the pace, because he went to a favela, which is a slum community. He went to a hospital, visited drug addicts. He went to what was the last thing? He visited the prisoners. He met with some people who were in prison, and so he really set the pace in terms of some of the works of mercy. And I think I need to capture that in a written form.
You also mentioned you wanted to go back and reread some of the addresses to the bishops.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, the addresses to the bishop, as Father Lombardi, who's a spokesperson for the Vatican, said, that those were some of the deepest and longest of the pontificate so far of Pope Francis's pontificate. A lot of people have said that it's really giving his vision for the church, what the church is, who she is, and how she needs to act. And so I think there are some real important nuggets there. I was very impressed throughout this whole week, but especially in those talks, about how he doesn't speak, if to put it in very polarizing terms, he doesn't speak to the left or the right. I mean, in fact, he admonishes the left and the right, and he really speaks to us about unity, brotherhood, correcting us, each side, whatever side, for the wrongs that happen on each side. And I really want to try to look at that, analyze it, and write about it. So that's something I will try to accomplish in the next week or so.
And you did some TV work. Did you enjoy that?
That was a lot of fun. I've done public relations for the last 10 years, so sometimes I miss just talking rather than writing. The interaction is awesome, and so it's been a pleasure. So thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of your work. And radio work has been a lot of fun too with Elena. So,
what do you think? Sometimes I think we some of the well. What did you think of the power of this event in itself? Significant.
Yeah, I think it's very significant. It's an encounter, and when you have an encounter, you have something to go forward with. You've got community, you've got an encounter with the church and the Holy Father, and you have an encounter with God. So it's not just a party, it's an encounter, and people will take that and go forward.